magical. That's supposed to be magical. 7th Arpeggios. Here we go. That is Today I'm using my Fender Strat, which is a 50th anniversary Strat, which was brought out in 2004, and I'm going through my Boss Katina Mini, which is a little practice amp, but I absolutely love it. It has some great sounds. It has a gain, you can play clean, it has some built-in delay. It's worth purchasing. It's awesome. But yeah, I practice with that. You can play along with a metronome and you have some decent tones rather than just playing clean, and it's not loud. You can have it very quiet and it still maintains its great sound, which if I use my valve amps, obviously they're very loud. So you don't want to annoy your neighbours. This is a perfect amp to get. Also today I'm trying out some Ernie Ball pedals. I've got some different ones here. There's one here that I cannot show you just yet because I don't think it's out in the UK for a few weeks or months. I could be wrong, but I'm testing that out and it sounds awesome. So these are all expression pedals. So one of them's a delay, one of them's an overdrive, and the other one is a classic expression pedal that most guitarists use. So today I want to discuss 7th Arpeggios and how cool they are. You can incorporate them in your playing, and they're great for soloing. They're great for just basically using in chord progressions to embellish them. So I am using a major 7 arpeggio, so the A shape, so on the 10th fret. Then I'm going to an F sharp minor 7 flat 5, then down to an F major 7, and then moving all the way down to a C major 7. So that's just following that progression. So let's look at the major 7 arpeggio. You want to play your first finger on the 10th fret of the A string, then hammer on to the 14th fret of your little finger, downstroke. Second finger on the D string on the 10th fret, on the 12th fret, sorry. Then next one, G string, 11th fret, first finger. All downstroke so far. Then back to your second finger on the 12th fret on the B string. Then your first finger on the 10th fret on the E string. So all downstrokes. So the reason you use your first and second finger is to keep it compact in that area. You want to keep that very strict, so those exact fingers for that while you practice. Try not to get your third finger involved. So this bit, when you get down to the bottom string, the E string, you then want to use your third finger. This is when you bring it in. So you want to use your third finger on the 14th fret, then your little finger on the 15th. So then I'm going to do an upstroke on the 14th and a downstroke on the 15th, and then pull off to the 14th. So then pull off again to the 10th fret. So you're picking 3 times: down, up, down, pull off. And then now you're all doing upstrokes on your way back up. So the same fingering. Second finger on the 12th fret on the B string. First finger on the G string on the 11th fret. Back to your second on the D string on the 12th. Then your little finger on the 14th. And then you're going to pull off to the 10th. So you're back to your root. I can't shred it yet, but I want to. I can put some delay on and get away with it. But you can see how cool it would sound once you get it up to speed. Let's look at the minor 7 flat 5 on the F sharp. This is so cool. Okay, so you want to play your first finger on the 9th fret on the A string. Then similar kind of thing, you're going to hammer on with your little finger to the 12th fret on the A string. Then your little finger. Then you want to use your second finger on the 10th fret on the D string. All down, but you're obviously hammering on, then down. Then your first finger on the 9th fret on the G string. Then your second finger on the 10th fret on the B string, down. Then the 8th fret on the 8th fret on the E string, you want to play your first finger. So similar to the other shape, you want to keep this strict with your fingering. All of that's downstrokes. If it helps you, break this up into little sections where you keep practicing, say, until you get used to that, or even smaller. So don't try and play straight away the whole arpeggio because your brain freaks out. I was the same. Get used to this fingering. Play it ridiculously slow until you can play it slow, but the whole pattern. And then suddenly you'll find yourself wanting to speed up naturally when you played it slow so many times. And then we're going to go, this is a bit of a stretch. You're going to be playing your third finger on the 12th fret. Then your little finger on the 14th fret. That is a stretch. So, similar to the picking of the other pattern. So, downstroke when you get to the 8th one. So you're going to go down, up, down, up, and then pull off these 14, 12 to 8. So you get that nice snap when you get to the end. So when you're practicing, really emphasize that. So once you're doing the pull-offs, so the 14th, 12th, the 8th, down, up, down, so down, up, down. You're going to then play your back to your second finger on the 10th fret on the B string. Then your first finger is going to slip into the 9th fret on the G string. Then your second finger will then go to the D string on the 10th fret. Then your little finger back to the 12th. And you're going to pull off to the root again on the 9th. Now that sounds sick. I'm not going to show you the other ones because they're exactly the same. So the next pattern would be just one fret down, but exactly the same as this. But you're just moving the shape down a couple of frets. Let's go through the minor one. We didn't use it in the pattern, but here's the minor 7 shape, just so you can use it yourself. So on the 7th fret, you want to play your root on the A string. And then you want to hammer on to the 10th fret, so your minor 3rd. And then you want to play your 3rd finger on the 9th fret. Then your first finger on the 7th on the G string. Then underneath you want to play your second finger on the 8th fret. Then your first finger on the 7th fret on the E string. Similar thing now, we're going to be going down, up, down on the 10th and the 12th. So 7, 10, 12. Then hammer off again. So when you're coming back down, all downstrokes again. Down, up, down. You're pulling off. And then you're going to the B string on the 8th fret with your second finger. And then you want to play your 7th fret with your first finger on the G. And then your third finger on the D string on the 9th. And then your little finger on the 10th fret on the A. And then you're pulling off to your root note on the 7th. Oh no. So these are very cool shapes. Have a mess around with them, have some fun, make your own chord progressions. Maybe just play them random places. I recommend adding some delay. As I said before, I'm using my Ernie Ball expression pedal, which is the delay. You can bring it in and out easily. Anyway, guys, as usual, thanks so much for your support on YouTube. I really do appreciate it. I hope you enjoyed this video. Please give it a thumbs up. Subscribe if you haven't already. And please just share my videos. If you want to support me on Patreon, please do. If you can spare a couple of dollars every month, you get some really good perks. You guys rock. Thanks so much. You don't have a soul. There's a gaping hole. This relationship is taking its time.